friends. Welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
Today we'll be reviewing Ozark Season 3 on Netflix. And wow, they really brought the show back to life with this season.
So good.
It was juicy. Yes, let's just get right into it.
Yes.
Because we have a lot to talk about. All right, so we're going to start with our protagonists, Marty and Wendy. So they're just doing their thing, owning and operating the Missouri Belle Hotel.
Yep.
And they got Ruth running it, which Ruth, I love. She was my favorite character.
The whole time.
Yes, the whole time, yeah. I will say, though, this season, she didn't have a lot to do.
True.
Yeah. Wasn't as meaty of a performance as I would have liked, but still one of my favorite.
Her sass characters. And her spunk, though.
Oh my gosh. It never gets old, really. And then we meet a new character, Frank Jr., who's just annoying. We have to have one of those. When she pushed him.
That was a great moment.
Into the water?
Yeah.
That was amazing. It was very satisfying. Yes. He's just like a little punk.
Yeah.
But I get it. He's important because his dad is the head of the Kansas City Mob.
Kansas City Mob, yep.
Yeah.
They do a lot of the dirty work for the Byrdes.
Totally. Yeah. They were whatever.
Yes.
And then we have another new character who I love, FBI agent Maya.
I liked her a lot.
I liked her a lot too. Again, wish she had more substance, or I don't know. She didn't have a lot to do.
She didn't. I feel like we are going to see her more in season 4, though, because I don't think she's going anywhere.
Well, she didn't die.
Did you keep thinking though that she was gonna like go into labor, like something like did you ever see Fargo? Do you remember how like
don't remember
like she was just pregnant the whole time, like a police officer,
right?
And you just kept thinking like something was gonna happen.
There was a point to it.
It's like inborn tension. Like, why is she pregnant? What's gonna happen?
You're right. They didn't really go anywhere with the pregnancy. Like, this was supposed to play into it.
But didn't you look at it the whole time?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. She just got bigger and bigger. It seemed like it. But yeah, she's over there auditing them. So, and then there's that whole, of course, she's trying to get Marty to confess and like, we'll protect you. We'll take you under our wing. And
that's like the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Doesn't work out well. All right, let's go back to Marty and Wendy. Okay. Bless their hearts. So they're just on completely different pages. And it's interesting because Wendy is like all about progress and expanding this cartel, and Marty is really just like trying to just like be cool, play it safe.
He just wants to live.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to die. Is apparently what it seems.
I totally understand that. But she's like, I feel like this is like energized her. It's given her life, this cartel life. Yeah. But I think many of their squabbles are almost entirely motivated by other people and other factors because they end up having to go to therapy.
Yes.
For the squabbles, which was a really... that Sue, the therapist, was a nice comic relief.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're both bribing her was hilarious.
That was awesome. I like how they're like telling Sue about things, but they have to veil it in like non-criminal activities.
Yes.
I thought that was really entertaining because they were like kind of saying the truth, but like we know the truth.
Exactly.
And so that was really fun.
Yeah. I really liked the therapy sessions. Those are some of my favorite scenes. Yeah. But yeah, the tension between these two characters is just palpable. Marty's like screening her calls.
Yes.
And do you notice that Wendy's become like the main point of contact for Navarro?
Yes. They're having this kind of intimacy that's very uncomfortable. Like, what is happening there?
I did notice that. She's like, she plays it so well, Laura Linney, the like, I'm going to be tough and stand up to him, but also the like, I'm terrified of him.
Yeah.
Because like every move they make, everything they say has to be so calculated or
she's like a politician. Like, she likes the power. We can definitely see that she likes the power. Because didn't she work on like political campaigns before? That's right. So she's definitely in that. It kind of seems like she doesn't want to just work on the campaign. She wants to be the one in power.
Totally.
But like, what was she doing in her old house though? Remember when she went back?
Yes, and she was being a little bit ornery.
Like,
she was
like putting like food coloring in the milk,
turning the picture upside down. Because can anybody explain why she did that? I still don't
confused. I was like, what's happening to Wendy?
Was she just like flexing her muscles?
It was like a signal of that, like something in her brain is like, boom, I'm gonna do this power thing.
Oh, maybe that's all it was for, but
maybe because this was her season.
It really was.
Yes.
This was all about Wendy, yeah. And also, it was about a new character.
Oh, yes.
Her brother, Ben. This was a nice surprise. Well, first of all, the actor, Where'd he come from? I don't know. I've never seen him before.
I like this guy, though.
But he's amazing.
Yes.
He starts, okay, so when he's a substitute teacher, and he's, like, in class, and his anger builds, and then he ends up just, like, beating up a guy, and I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I mean, not that I think that it's excusable, but it was an exciting character. So,
yes.
Yeah, so he also proves to be a love interest for Ruth, which she's never really had one before.
She hasn't.
So this is new.
Yep.
New, and I liked it. But it was sad because when, they wanted to get intimate, and then he couldn't perform because he's flushing his meds because he is bipolar. So
yes. So did he flush the meds because they were making him unable to perform?
That's what I thought.
That's what made him make that decision, right?
That's where I went with it.
Yes, that's what I thought as well. So then we learned he was bipolar, which was really like sad turning point, because I was like, okay, because he was pretty like chill, cool guy.
Yeah.
Until like right after that.
That's so true. Oh. I mean, it's like shedding light on, mental illness, and it's interesting the way they portrayed him, because a lot of times it's just like very generic. It's just very like simple, but like we got to see the many levels of being bipolar.
When we saw him in the like taxi,
that scene,
he deserves some type of award for that.
Just the nonsensical, just on and on and on.
I was like, who's he talking to? Is he talking to someone, or is it just in his head? I was like, I was like almost in tears, because I was like, oh my god, you could see his
how
like
sick he is.
Yeah,
that was a very emotional component of this season. Very well done. Yeah. All right, let's move on to Helen. Helen's back.
I love Helen. Like from season 1, Helen is like one of the most compelling characters.
I like her too. Not that I would want to be friends with her in real life, but I like what she brings to the show.
Scary.
She has to be, right? She's the lawyer for the drug cartel.
You do not want to get on her bad side.
Do not. But I did like the friendship that her and Wendy built, even though it was, they went their separate ways at some point.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool that they worked together on getting the new casino.
Yes.
They're very devious together.
They're like ambitious together. I think they like have grander plans than like Marty does.
Right. Exactly. So Wendy had that person to feed off of, and someone to be on her same page, because Marty was obviously not. So that was cool.
Yeah. They were actually like against each other in that whole bid for the casino thing. Like they were like sabotaging one another, which I was like, whoa, this is bad.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Can we just move on though? Because I can't get over this new couple. New couple alert.
Oh gosh.
Darlene and Wyatt. Okay. Didn't see this coming. I'm not, okay. You know what? Age is just a number. I totally get it. I'm not trying to be judgmental.
Yes, okay. I get it too. It's not that she's older. It's who she is.
It's who she is.
Do you remember in season 1 when she shot the old head of the cartel?
Yep.
In the face for calling her a redneck?
Yep.
That's who Wyatt
she killed her husband.
She killed her husband. She's good.
Crazy. Yeah.
She shoots Frank Jr. in the penis.
Yeah. I know. And it's like Wyatt is so like,
he's so sweet.
He's a good boy, but she takes him in, and maybe there's something about the nurturing him that is appealing to him. But he works for her now, which I was like very upset about.
I was not. I'm very concerned.
Yes,
Wyatt.
Concerned for sure. But they're having this romantic relationship. Oh, okay. And they got baby Zeke, so they're just like one big happy family.
So they're gonna take. I mean, at least he's there to like make sure baby Zeke's okay.
Oh, there you go. We'll find comfort in that.
I hope so.
Yeah, that was a good curveball.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
Yeah. Whatever. We'll move on. I have to mention the kids, Jonah and Charlotte, because first of all, Charlotte really annoyed me last season when she was so annoying.
Yeah.
I know, this is terrible what your parents are doing. And then she like got herself
like emancipated. Yes.
Yeah, but now I love her this season. She's not that because she's not like she's supporting them. She has no other choice. This is her life.
And she's like doing a great job of like helping with the business and trying to help their marriage. Like it's her idea for them to go to couples counseling.
Right.
So she loves them both. Like she's like concerned when like Marty's in danger and then when her mom's in danger. So she's definitely like
she's grown up.
Mature. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And Jonah is just his little quirky, cute self as always. Oh my gosh. But he
does not look 14, by the way. I think they had to say he was 14 so many times because he doesn't look 14.
So we would be convinced.
Because the kids, they grow. But true. The amount of time that has passed is not a lot because baby Zeke's still a baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, that's right. Well, they are tasked with helping Helen's daughter stay out of trouble, Erin. See, now she's the annoying one.
So most importantly, though, Helen says there will be consequences if if she finds out anything at all. Like, she just thinks her mom's like a lawyer. Like, nothing illegal.
Right. She has no idea.
No idea. And there will be consequences. And I remember when she said that, I was like, whoa.
Freaked out.
Oh, dear. Helen's said that.
Sinister.
That's scary.
Yeah, exactly.
She was annoying, though, Erin.
Dang it. I mean, that's fine. I understand. But that guy, Tommy, that she wanted to be her first. Yeah. He was no good. He was working for the FBI.
He was a CI.
He sure was.
He was he was no good.
But he got killed. So... that eliminates that problem for Helen. And I don't know why this wasn't talked about more, but Erin kisses Jonah.
Yeah.
That's
it was
though.
only talked about, yeah.
It happened, and that was it.
I mean, I wonder if we'll see her again. Who knows?
Oh, maybe
it's
that's
possible.
the reason, because she definitely is done with her mom. She's like, I'm over it. Going back to dad. It's so interesting about Helen, too, because, like, we don't really know much about her except she has 2 kids, an ex-husband that she hates, and she's the lawyer of a drug cartel.
And she can take a lot of torture. Because they waterboarded her.
They did.
For a long time, because her husband doesn't know anything either.
That's right. And she just took it. She's like, all right, anyway, moving on. You know who else gets tortured? Marty.
Oh, was it like speed metal? Was that what they were?
I don't know, but I would have gone crazy too. He's kidnapped, obviously, and they put him down in this little dungeon, and he's having flashbacks of an arcade game. I don't know that arcade game. Do you know it?
No, I don't know that game at all.
But what was that symbolizing? Just because I think his dad was on his deathbed at that point. He's just...
His mom wasn't, like, letting him play the video game. Right. He just wanted to play and play and play.
For whatever reason, that was his...
All he wanted to do was, like, beat the game.
Oh. But then did that have something to do with Navarro? Because Navarro was challenging him to tell him what he wanted.
Well, he kept saying, like, what do you want? What do you want? And he kept, like, making up something. And then finally he was like, I just want to win. And I think it was related to the game.
Gotcha.
Because he kept catching, like, you can't beat the game because it makes you have to put more quarters in, and he just wanted to win. And he kept saying, it's not fair, I won. He just wants to win.
He just wants to win. Well,
but what is winning to him? That's what I don't get still.
It's really hard to tell,
because it used to just be to be alive.
Well, they let him go. Navarro let him go, so he won in that aspect of it. But he returns home, and he's got this whole new... attitude.
Yeah. He's like, he's fine.
Yeah. He's like, anyway. I mean, I don't know if it's just because this is their life. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, this is going to happen.
What a crazy life, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it just make you want to just be like, I'm good.
Yeah, my life is good. In comparison.
I don't need more.
I know, right? You know, I want to point this out because I thought this was so cute. When he comes back and Ruth sees him and she throws herself on him and gives him the biggest hug. I love their relationship. Yes. It's paternal. Yeah. Like, like daughter.
Well, her dad was terrible.
Totally.
And, like, you know, he's dead. And that had a lot to do with Wendy. But I think Marty has always been, like, a father figure. I love their relationship. She killed her own uncles for Marty to save Marty's life.
Well, he's changed her life in good ways and bad ways, but he's also given her a purpose, I think, too. Yes. You know? So,
I mean, she was already involved in crime, but he sure escalated that.
Just the loyalty to Marty that she had. Yeah. I love that. It's one of my favorite relationships. Yeah. All right, let's go back to our comic relief, Sue.
Okay.
The therapist. Oh, no. My favorite is when she rolls up in the very expensive car. Like, Sue, you don't get it. This is... You're supposed to be, like, cool. Be cool.
Didn't you understand that there was danger involved? Like, if he tells you not to do any, like, conspicuous spending, like... Yeah. Don't do it.
Right.
Like,
she doesn't get it. And then, like, Helen's like, okay, I'm going to have to take control. So she goes and meets with her. And she's like, basically, Sue wants more money. You know, I don't think I asked for enough money. I'm probably going to need more. And Helen's like, she's got to go.
Oh, my gosh.
So she hires Nelson to take her out. She had to go. I'm so sorry. I don't think that anybody... Yeah. She's a sweet lady. But in their world, she was bad.
She didn't have a clue.
She was causing problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, not to bring it down, but one of the most emotional episodes, I think it was the second to last, was with Wendy and Ben. This, I've never seen anything like this before, where someone is faced with having to take out your own family member for the good of, well, your other family, your immediate family, the drug cartel. I mean, it's just it
was so confusing or complicated for me because Wendy is protecting her family. I think that's what she wants, but she's also like so like narcissistic at this point and power hungry that I was kind of like, it's kind of for that too, because he's sabotaging it all
for her.
Yeah. Her, like, because I know I felt like Marty cares about his family. It kind of goes back and forth. Like, are they about the power and the money or their family? And is it like always the same? I don't know. It kind of goes back and forth. What's more important to them?
Yeah, but just watching this play out, her trying to, because I mean, he goes through a string of just like causing trouble. I mean, he like tries to confront Frank and then he gets himself committed. And then, oh my gosh, when he's in there and he's saying like he's going to die there and just the breakdown he had. And then Ruth gets him out with the help of Darlene because her and Wyatt are speaking again. And
oh my gosh, it's a lot.
Mess.
Yes.
But watching this happen, specifically the road trip to, I think they're going to Knoxville. Isn't that where she was taking him?
Yeah, well, she said, like, where do you know people? And that was the only place she could think of, or he could think of. And I feel like she was, the whole time, she was, like, wrestling in her mind. Like, can I just drop him off somewhere?
Right.
But the more and more they got on that road trip, she realized that, like, he was a liability.
Exactly.
Like, he just kept breaking free. Like, getting, like, the burner phone. And then, like...
And Helen was like, you need to do this because he went over and told Aaron everything.
There will be consequences. I was like, dude, you're done.
There you go. We knew. I mean, we knew it was
like,
doomed.
Oh, you need to like disappear.
But,
or, like, even Ruth was like, you need a passport. Like everyone knew, and he just couldn't process because he's sick.
I know, that was really sad. But then it was Wendy who has to be the person to really pull the trigger. No pun intended. Yeah. Just like she leaves him at that restaurant, and when she drives away, it's so sad. I've never seen something like that before. And then. Just him walking out of the restaurant and Nelson's walking up and he knew, right?
Yeah.
He's like, he's going to take me out. Yeah. That was ridiculous. That was sad. It was so and then she has to like drink in the parking lot just to get over it. I mean, I can't imagine.
Yeah, she like, how long was she out there drinking at the Walmarty place?
Yeah. Was that like, days?
I don't know. It was a long time. She had like a gallon of vodka and I think she just needed to like, I don't know, like work through her guilt. Because she was changed after that.
Yeah.
She came back and I was like...
She was in beast mode after that. She's like, that's it. Let's go. Yeah. Ruth, while she accepted that happened, was pissed. She was very, very mad. She confronted Wendy. And Wendy made some very good points, by the way. Like, you have not known him as long as I have.
Oh, that was a good discussion.
Yeah. Oh, I loved that. Yes, that whole scene between the two of them. And Ruth loved him. Yeah. And he loved her. And that was very sad. But Ruth ends up quitting.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, no. But I mean, I thought it was like a really good argument because Wendy was like, this is on you. And I was like, Ruth, it is on you. Is.
I agree. I do agree.
Ruth,
yeah.
Like you have, like I wonder if she'll like eventually like come to terms with her role. And I think she couldn't. She couldn't.
No.
Accept responsibility.
I think I agree.
She quit.
No.
Oh,
I really didn't want her to quit.
No.
Yeah. Well, Ruth apparently is joining forces with Darlene and Wyatt.
Which I can't take.
That's real cool.
I can't.
No, she's crazy.
She's so crazy. That cannot end well.
Well, Darlene did do her a favor by shooting.
Oh my
Frank
gosh. In the crotch.
In the crotch, yeah. So I think that probably made her very happy, and that probably motivated her to join forces with Darlene. Oh my gosh.
You should be scared of people who do things like that.
I don't think Ruth is scared of anything.
No, that's true.
Ruth is not scared. Even after she got beat up by Frank Jr., because that's why she shot him. Yeah. She didn't care. She's just like, get him. Yeah, well,
she's sassy.
Wendy and Marty wouldn't do anything about that. Yeah. About Frank jumping her. They were like, no, we can't do that. And she did not like that. I think that's where the crack started to happen. The separation.
Why couldn't they?
Well, I don't know.
I don't get it either.
I think it's because the FBI was investigating, and like anything they did, they could try to
tie them together. Yeah.
I think that's why. So it's like you see both sides of it, but Darlene got it done, so now she's with her.
Yes.
Yeah. And now Helen is, I think she's just sick of it too because of like what happened with Ben, and now Erin is mad at her daughter. So she's ready to take over Byrde Enterprises. She tells Navarro, I'm going to have to take over.
It's moving quickly too. I was like, wait, because Wendy was like, she's trying to kill us. And I was like, well, maybe not. And then I was like, oh, she is.
Yeah. No, I know. And then Jonah's pulling a gun on Helen, and it's madness.
That was very hard for me to watch too. Like, poor Jonah. Like, he's lost so much. Like, Uncle. Buddy, and then, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, so, I don't know.
I wonder what's going to happen with that. But, this takes us to the ending, okay? Yes. So, we have Helen, Marty, and Wendy flying to Mexico to meet with Navarro. And we think, okay. I mean, I knew this is the last episode. This is the last few minutes. So, okay, they're going to have this big meeting. They're going to hash it out. And then the most surprising thing that has happened over all 3 seasons, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree.
In this picture, all of a sudden, the gun shoots Helen. It comes out of nowhere. Boom. And she's dead.
And the blood is like all... So, you know what I thought was interesting? Yeah.
There you go.
So, they're flying to Mexico for, like, the rechristening of the baby.
Yes.
And so what I thought was really, I guess, like, beautiful in a crazy way was, like, they were, like, washed in the blood of Helen.
Oh, look at you. That's impressive.
I have to say, the whole segment of them getting on the plane, that whole, like, you know, Jonah at Helen's house... And then him on the phone with Maya saying, don't get on the plane. I couldn't breathe. I think I held my breath that whole time.
Yeah.
Until Helen got shot. And then I'm like looking at their faces. Like,
they're shocked. But I had the same face.
I think my mouth was open for like 5 minutes. And then I just sat there like, Helen's dead. Yeah. Helen's dead.
That's it. She's out. And then his last line, the last line of this season is, today is the beginning. What the heck? You know what's interesting about Navarro is, it's interesting when you put a face to the name, because, you know, you think big drug lord, cartel, you know, guy, and, like, he's almost like the wizard behind the curtain. But then when you reveal him, he almost seems a little more human.
Yeah, he's just a dude.
Yeah, exactly. So I felt like they could have, like, left him to be anonymous or, you know, not knowing who he is until this last scene would have been great. What if this was the first time you saw him?
I know. That would be hilarious.
That would have been great. Yeah. But otherwise, the whole season was wonderful. Thank you for bringing it back. Season 2 was okay, but it was losing me, and then I was not looking forward to season 3, but season 3 was great.
So good, and I can't wait for season 4, which we're gonna have to wait, unfortunately.
We don't even know if it's been renewed.
You know it has to be, right? Yeah. But I do have, like, some questions that I want us to, like, think about. For sure. Like, well, for example, like, Ruth. Okay. She can't just abandon the Byrdes. Like, what do you think's gonna happen with Ruth?
I think, prediction, yes. I think she will join forces, well, she already has, with Darlene, but then I think she'll see how evil and crazy Darlene is, and somehow she'll make her way back to Marty. It's Marty!
I think so, too. I think it's going to be one of those things where we're not sure if she's loyal to Marty or not, and then in the end she's going to, like, do something like how she killed her uncles.
It's like another test.
But for Marty.
Right.
And then, you know, we saw Jonah, like, kind of on edge. Like, he, like, shot the window at the end, and so now he knows that his mom had a hand in killing the uncle. Ben.
Crazy.
So what's going to happen? Because now Helen's dead because he went and he was mad at Helen.
Right.
Helen told him all that truth. And now, I don't know. How's he going to feel about his mom?
Is he going to get all rebellious? Is he going to be changed forever? Is he going to have some different...
He's so smart. Like, he's got all this now. Like, he could go off and be kingpin somewhere, you know? He had a plan for them to escape and live. Like, he's got money. Remember?
That's right.
So, I don't know. I feel like Jonah's going to be really
important. You can't sleep on Jonah. Yeah, he might be the secret.
And Erin kissed him. And I feel like you mentioned, that's not done because now she's dead. Helen's dead. How's that going to be explained?
It's a new generation.
Yeah, something. I feel like something's going to happen.
Totally.
And then also, like, my last question is, so, like, so Marty and Wendy love each other now? Because that's kind of like what was happening at the end.
Well, he was really sweet to her when he knew that she had to be the one to make the decision to kill Ben, or just grieving. He was very sweet and comforting, like, we love you, come home, you know, whenever.
Their marriage went through this crazy roller coaster this season, and so
I don't know,
their faces at the end, I'm like, what are they thinking? Like, where do they go from here?
It remains to be seen. I don't know, but I'm so excited for season 4. You can't leave it like that.
There's no way.
Well, some of the best 20 seconds of TV ever.
Oh my gosh. It felt like
in a gross way.
It felt like an hour. I was like, what's going to happen?
You can't leave it like that and not have another season. No. So we hope so.
Right.
Okay, that wraps it up for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time when hopefully we're reviewing Ozark Season 4. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Yay. Oh, shoot, we touched each other.
Oh, shit.